I think the set dressing is going to get worse and worse every day. Dreams do come true. So today we are talking about creativity, and creativity is really strange for me because I never realized I needed it until it wasn't there anymore and I didn't have a creative outlet. Basically, I was always interested in art and drama and stuff like that, but I didn't rank those subjects as being as important as maybe like maths or science or English. So I went down the kind of nerdy, kind of more masculine gender roles kind of route. As most of you might know, I did maths, computing, geography and IT. And as you can tell, none of them are very creative, but I didn't worry about that until I realised I missed it so much. I didn't really think about it, but then I realised I missed being creative and I missed being surrounded by creative people, and I started spending more time making things rather than focusing on work, and I just was like, I'm just gonna do things that make me happy. And I learned from that day that it was a creative subject that was gonna make me happy. And to go from that very, I don't know, like science, technology kind of STEM subject background, and then I've been thrown into an art major. I think having an art and something that isn't art, so like a humanities or a science, that balance is very important to me, and it helps me kind of maintain my equilibrium, I guess, in the fact that I can be creative but I still really like academic subjects. I really like writing essays and kind of like making it sound really smart, but like having theories and like proposing stuff, and I'm really into that. I think that's why design as a whole kind of speaks to me, because there is like a logic and a set of rules behind it, but also there is like space to be creative, and I think that's just why it suits me so much. But in this field I have come across the term creative types. So a creative type is someone who, I guess, majors in a creative subject, and that's fine, except the context it's used is not. I have experience being called a creative type, but that is normally assumed that we're a bit ditzy. We don't like hard things, we're more creative, we don't like logic and order, we don't like smart things, basically. And I just don't like that stereotype, and it annoys me so much every time someone's like, I'm not good at maths, I'm a creative type. This is just like another stereotyped box I didn't realise existed. It's just this assumption that if you're creative, you're nothing else, you're just put into this box. Every creative type like did this, and because I come from such like a logical kind of like maths, sciencey, computer technology kind of background, someone being like, you're a creative type, I'm like, well yeah, but I still, you know, I have A-levels in subjects that are nothing to do with creative things, and my creativity obviously defines me in a creative identity, but being a creative type does not define who I am. I hate this assumption that if you're a creative person, you're nothing else. You're like someone who's pretentious and arty and a little ditzy and kind of like, I just don't like that assumption. You can use order and logic and you can be whatever kind of creative person you want to be. I'm not saying that that type of creative person is bad, I just don't like that it's become the generalized stereotype, because there is an infinite number of ways that you can be a creative person, and being creative is part of me, but still it doesn't define me. I think the note I want to finish on is encouraging creativity and not seeing it as something that is lesser to some of the other subjects that might be considered more academic or, I don't know, better in some way, and that you can be creative in your own way. You don't have to follow the form of being this really artsy person who has a Tumblr blog and does drawing all the time. And no, right? Had a Kinder Egg the other day. My boyfriend had the blue one and I had the pink one, and this isn't because of gender roles. This is because the pink one had Barbie on it, and I like Barbie, and I was excited. I was a little apprehensive. I was like, alright, what stereotypically girly gift they're gonna give me so I can get annoyed at it. But I got this superhero Barbie, and she now sits on my shelf and reminds me to be kick-ass every day. Do the beauty vlogger thing. Look at her. She's fabulous and fierce, and I love her. Own your creativity. Make stuff that's rubbish. Make stuff because you enjoy making stuff. Make stuff. Cool. I'll put the last video I made here. It was alright. I talked about some stuff and talked about some stuff. Tomorrow, who knows what content will be pushed into your sub box by the trash queen. There you go.
Am I in this?
Yeah.
What's this?
It's a snagging card. Be entertaining.
Goodbye.